Hi, I'm Amanda Harvey from ChoosingLifeMyWay.com, and the subject of this video is 10 ways to overcome fear. Now, all of us have fears, and as such, we know that it's a horrible feeling to experience. It's not something that allows us to live fully and joyfully, and it's something that can create a lot of worry and stress and anxiety in our lives. So overcoming fear is definitely something that we are well worth working at doing. Now, the first way that I'd like to share with you today to overcome fear is to look deeper at the fear and to go into the fear and examine what are the actual roots and causes of that fear. A lot of the time when we're feeling afraid, we'll only really notice the external level of that fear. And we don't often take time to stop and to uncover what the deeper causes of the fear are. A lot of the time we feel that we would rather not look at the fear. It's not something that's fun or pleasant to look at. And we sometimes think that if we kind of ignore it, that maybe it will just go away. But unfortunately, that doesn't work. So stopping and asking, what am I really afraid of, can help you to uncover the causes of what's giving you that feeling of fear. So say, for example, you're scared of public speaking, which a lot of people are. Now that is the external manifestation of the fear. But if you stop and keep asking yourself, what am I really afraid of? What am I really afraid of? You may find that at the deepest levels, it's a fear of making a fool of yourself, maybe a fear of abandonment, that people will no longer respect you or love you if you do make a fool of yourself. And uncovering those causes means that you are then in a position that you can work at healing and releasing the causes of the fear rather than just the symptoms of the fear. The second way, number 2, in overcoming fear is to focus on love rather than fear. Love is often considered to be the polar opposite of fear. When we're feeling fearful, basically that means that we are out of touch with the love that is the essence of who we are, that is available to us at all times and flows through us from the divine source of all life. If we can turn our attention away from fear and towards love, we generally find that fear cannot exist in the presence of love. When there is love and you're focused on love powerfully in your life, the fear tends to just vanish, the same way that darkness vanishes when you turn on a light. The third way in overcoming fear is to little by little increase your tolerance for the subject of your fear. So gradually exposing yourself to that situation and building up your courage, building up your confidence, taking baby steps, not trying to go from 0 to 100, but just gradually getting yourself used to the fact that you can do this thing. You can do it, you can confront it, you can, as Susan Jeffers says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Courage is really well defined, not as an absence of fear, but a willingness to take action, even in the presence of fear. The fourth way to overcome fear is to educate yourself about the area that you are afraid of. A lot of fear comes from the fear of the unknown, and knowledge definitely is power. When we truly understand the issue that can be causing us fear, it tends to lose a lot of the power that it can have over us while it still remains mysterious and shadowy. So this is definitely a very effective thing to do in helping to overcome and manage your fears. Number 5, a very good technique for overcoming and releasing and healing fear is to use a technique called EFT tapping. Now what this does is to tap on energy points, acupressure points in the body while focusing on the issue or the fear or the problem. And the way that it works is by releasing emotional blockages and energy blockages, which then frees the energy to allow healing. Number 6 is to use affirmations in overcoming fear. A lot of fears are based on negative thoughts and negative beliefs. So in the example that I used earlier about public speaking, maybe you're deep fear is a fear of abandonment or a fear of ridicule. And if you can take that belief and turn it into an affirmation, turn it into a positive statement that I am good enough, I will not be ridiculed, I'll do my best and my best is good enough and nobody is going to make fun of me. I know that I can do it. I'm going to get out and do it, and whatever happens, it's okay. Everything is going to be okay. These kind of affirmations can really help to build up your confidence and help in overcoming and releasing fears and learning to live your life in spite of fear, not to let fears take control of your life. Number 7 is to focus on your breathing. This can be very effective if you're caught in that situation where it's like you're in the headlights, you're frozen in the headlights of that oncoming car, of whatever it is that you're afraid of. Just to calm yourself down and to get to a place of being able to see more clearly and to see more calmly and rationally. Just try to take your mind off what you're thinking about by turning your attention to your breathing. One very good way of doing this is a self-hypnosis technique, and that involves taking deep, slow breaths, and as you exhale, on each breath, count down slowly from 50. When you reach 1, stay on 1 for several repetitions. So you're breathing in and exhaling and counting silently the number 1. And as you're doing that, you're feeling all the traces of fear and anxiety disappearing out of your body and leaving you in a beautiful, calm, clear, and relaxed state. Number 8 is to build your trust and confidence in yourself. Having a solid sense of self-esteem makes it a lot easier to overcome fear and to be in a position where fear is not a controlling factor in your life. When you feel good about yourself and you feel capable and you feel confident and you feel strong, it's a lot easier to know that whatever happens, you can handle it. And that relieves and allows you to release a lot of fear. Number 9 is pray. This is a very, very powerful way of overcoming fear and releasing fear. Get in touch with your higher power. Communicate deeply and personally, one-to-one, with the source of life that flows around you and through you. A lot of fear can come from feeling disconnected with that divine power of which we are inseparably a part. So re-establish and nurture that contact, and you will feel that a lot of your fear is automatically relieved. It also takes away that feeling of pressure and that feeling of having to do it all yourself. Affirmative prayer is a wonderful type of prayer for overcoming fear. So saying that Spirit of Love or God or whatever the name is of your higher power, I surrender my fear to you. I thank you for helping me to release and allow my fears to dissolve and evaporate. And I welcome the peace and the love and the joy and trust and confidence that flows through you into me and that is a part of me. I embrace that now and I thank you. A very powerful way of overcoming fear. Number 10 is to use visualization techniques. This can also be very effective in overcoming fear. And there are many different types of visualization exercises that you can use. But I'll just mention a couple of general areas. Now, one area is to use visualization techniques that involve seeing yourself in the situation that you are afraid of and seeing yourself confident and calm and capable and handling that situation beautifully and really experiencing the feeling of how you want to be and taking the focus away from the fear, putting the focus onto the fact that you can handle it and really building up that belief solidly within your mind, which will allow you to then translate that into your external reality. Another type of visualization exercise that you can use, and this can be done in unlimited ways, basically only limited by your imagination, is to use some kind of a symbolic releasing of the fear. So one way that you might do is to imagine a balloon, and you take the balloon, put the balloon to your lips, and you exhale all of your fear into that balloon. You then tie it up and release it and see your fears drifting off into the sky, further and further away from you, out of sight, and feeling that incredible lightness of that fear being gone, being released from your body, from your mind, from your soul. I hope that you've found these 10 ways to overcome fear helpful. And if you would like to read more about fear, love, human emotions, any of the different techniques that I've talked about in this video, please visit me at choosinglifemyway.com. Have a wonderful day. Blessings and joy. I'm Amanda Harvey.